So when I was laid off, of course, I did the standard update your resume, send out, resumes and job applications. And I also filed for unemployment as well. That took a little bit to kickstart. I sat down and wrote myself out a budget, like what was coming in, what my severance was, what it was coming in from unemployment.
Real quick, once again, we talk about retirement that you want to have and a retirement you have to have. You see how she got laid off, or, back in, when she was 59, she got laid off and she automatically did a budget because she had to. She no longer had income coming in, so she had to do a budget, but she could have done a budget while the income was coming in. And that's my thing. I believe in planning during the sunshine. Plan during the sunlight hours or the daylight hours. Plan during the daylight hours. We want to make sure that when things are great, things are wonderful, we do our planning then, because it is terrible and tough to plan at night. When you're sleepy, you're tired, you're frustrated, you're emotional. And I'm not just talking about the literal sunlight and darkness. I am talking about emotional and mental darkness that comes with being punched in the gut and losing your job. That when we plan in those situations, we become very desperate, and we start to make choices that are very emotional and short term, trying to find some relief. But when we plan in the daylight, when we're happy, things are well, we have a good cash flow, we have our budget, we know what we're going to spend, we have our emergency fund, it is a lot more enjoyable. So when the dark times do come, we are already prepared, we know what we're going to do, and all we have to do is execute.
And then my expenses, and figured it out, and figured out what my bottom line was. So did I cut some things off? Yes, I cut some. Did I need Netflix and Hulu and all of that? No. Could I survive with just maybe one for a while? Absolutely. So, I made little cuts here and there just to save a little bit of money. On top of that, I also started doing some side hustles. I'll make another video about that, explaining some of the side hustles that I did and that I continue to do to this day.
As a financial advisor, I love it. There's two ways that you can save more money. One, you can reduce your cost of your expenses, and then you can also make more money. And she's not just doing one, she's doing both. She's cutting her costs and she's trying to get some additional income. That's what I really love. And when we plan early, it's not about taking away as much as it is trying to add to your lifestyle. So in her case, she does have to take away some things in order to get to a lifestyle that she's comfortable with, so she can have the space and the financial freedom to breathe. But if you create that space already with an emergency fund or investing in discretionary income, things of that nature, then you can actually breathe enough to work and actually gain those assets. So that is a really good point that I don't want anyone to miss here with her. She's doing a really great job of reorganizing her life in these dire situations. I just wish she would have done it a little bit earlier.